Roll20.
I'm trying. I can't remember my password.
3.
This is why everyone should just
TRE.
get KeyPass, and then you only have to remember one password. That unlocks all of them. The downside is when you forget that password, you spend the next like 4 days not being able to do something. But it works.
There's no
There we go.
good place for me to be.
Well, it's just like the
Where
right
this
combination of
doesn't-
passwords and email addresses, right?
Yeah, after you start getting old and you realize you have accounts that are like 20 years old, and you're just like, I have no idea what password I used back then. Becomes a problem.
I sat down. I was like, "Where did my barbecue chips go? I know I had barbecue chips in this room, and I
They
walked
were
in with the
delicious.
sandwich.
They were delicious. Thank you.
For some reason, I threw them onto my bed. I don't know why. Whatever. My beautiful, beautiful monitor. It's so pretty.
My book is so pretty.
Do you have a
Check it
copy
out.
right with you that you could show us?
Yeah, I just
Hold it
copy
up to the
pasted.
camera.
Oh no, I actually
Ah.
I literally last night got everything sent off. But I have copies coming in due the 21st.
So we all get signed free copies, right? Is that how it works?
Of course, of course.
Wonderful. I'll give you a PO box.
Why do you have a PO box in Canada?
Yeah, I
Because
pasted it
it-
in.
It costs a lot more to deliver to your house because in Canada, right, they have to travel for days between houses. I mean, between igloos. So you get one central spot that they drop all the mail for the province, and you have to trek there. No, I'm just kidding.
So that's what the Iditarod race is about. Got it.
Yeah.
It's about
Everyone-
collecting mail.
Everyone shows up the same day. Everyone's racing to get their mail. And then once they do it, it's a big social event. And that's usually when weddings take place because everyone's getting together anyway. It's a wonderful social event.
You are really, really good at BSing.
I
Just
practice a
saying.
lot. I'm really
He went
good
to
because I
college,
practice.
so-
Yeah, I went to college and then to university. And I graduated from all of them. I think by far the most difficult schooling I ever did was what's it called? Like an upgrading course that I did between college and university, which I did 8 classes in a single quarter, and the next one I did 9. So and that was 2 back to back, and I was just like, got out of there. And I'm like, I don't care about anything anymore. I just don't want to read.
I'm
Good
into
stuff.
college for reading, and now I'm writing, so I can eventually put people through the same thing that I went through.
I legitimately think
Oh.
the worst thing I ever dealt with was my whole Greek at 8 a.m. in the morning. Like, learning Greek at 8 a.m. just doesn't even work.
I believe you because this is the second time you brought it up.
Okay, Caboose. Think of this. Getting up at 7 in the morning, your school starts at 8. So then you get to school and you go till about 6, 7 p.m. at night. And the only
Sounds like
problem
my
with
first
that is
semester.
this is Canada during winter months. So in Canada during the winter, the sun's not up at, well, where I live. The sun wasn't up at 8. And so it came up when you're at school and it went down before you were let out. So there's like a whole period of 4 to 5 months where you just don't see the sun.
Yeah, I'm from Oregon. That happened.
Sounds like
that happens.
That sounds like
Isn't
me
that
with
wonderful?
Not 4 to 5 months, but yeah, like definitely a significant period.
See, it's the opposite down in Texas. For 45 months, I see nothing but sunlight.
Oh,
Mainly because I sleep a lot.
Well,
work. No, see, the worst thing
I
for me
mean-
was the fact that I had to wake up. Oh, this was like the topper on the cake. Was at the time I was gaming like significantly more than I even am now. So I was up until like 2 a.m. every night. And then I had to wake up at 5 to go pick up my girlfriend who lived 30 minutes off campus. And then she wanted to have breakfast at 6 o'clock before her 6:30 a.m. class. So I had to go do that because I'm this great boyfriend apparently back then. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. And then And then so I would basically just go to her class, and then I would go home or go back to my dorm, do all of my homework for the entire day at 6:30 in the morning, and then get to class it only took me about an hour, but I would finish at 7:30, walk all the way to class, and go to Greek in the morning, and I was just like, why am I doing this? This is stupid. And you know what the most logical course of action was for me?
Dropping
Drop out
Greek.
of college. Instead of quit gaming, dropping out of college was the most logical explanation to me. Because gaming's not gonna go away.
Yeah.
No, you can never come back to gaming. Once you quit, it's over.
So I just realized, like, the fact this monitor is that much brighter, like, brings out the color in my beard so much, but I look so pale.
That's
That's
the problem
fine.
with proper lighting. Everyone gets to see how pale you are. Like,
Well,
I
that's
don't
the
look that
thing.
pale in this camera.
Well,
If I move
that's
closer, you can tell I reflect light now.
like
Here
here's
you
the
go.
thing
Very
though.
warm
Lots,
colors.
lots of people are pale. Not a lot of people have awesome red beards like you do. So I think that trade-off is totally worth it.
There you go. That's better. It's a little bit better. I
Ginger.
look. You see the slight redness of my
Yeah,
face a little bit
you look
more.
like you have blood in your face now.
Maybe what you need to do is just
Not
get a
on your
little
face, in your
alcohol
face.
going in you, get that red glow. You know?
Black equalizer. What does that do? Ooh, fun. Sorry, I love my BenQ monitor, but it has all these settings. I have to set them up, and I'm too lazy.
Oh, you're talking
Oh,
about
so,
the pivot
by the
way-
controls?
I should mention, you guys, that there's a sneak preview for my book if you wanted to download it for free.
Where is that available?
Let me grab it. It shows part of the first story. I bet it shows up really early. Maybe not. Here we go. Copy pasta.
You posting in the
Damn.
Discord?
Yeah, I'm posting it in Discord. Yeah, if you go there, you can download a preview. Oh, you can also just click look inside.
That's where I like to click on. You know what? Never mind.
Oh, the look inside doesn't
Well,
separate.
I mean
pages.
that's far enough for
Fine.
us to know what you're gonna say. So
I forgot what I named Violet's kid. Violet or
Oh, it
my
says
ex's
it's available
Kindle
for
is
me.
still on my Amazon account. I forgot that I named it Here Be Dragons when I gave it to her. So it just popped up. It was like delivered to Here Be Dragons.
Wouldn't that be interesting? It's like you're just sending her random books. All of a sudden, she like turns it on, and there's like random horrible books on there. That would be interesting. Like how to dissect a human body. All of a sudden, that's on our front of her Kindle reading.
I really should do that. Actually, that would be so.
That
much
would be
fun.
kind of funny. Or start sending in like, what's that called? Like hardcore philosophy about just the strangest things, like people with like plastic eating addiction, like an in-depth study. Could be interesting.
so it is 8:07. I let that happen for a while.
It was for the
Couple
fun of, it was for the
reasons.
cause.
One of which is that the conversations were pretty interesting. Another one is that I did not prepare at all for this session, so we'll see how today goes.
See how
Don't
Van's
worry.
doing.
Neither did me.
It'll probably be a little shorter because I didn't prepare.
What do you mean,
and
you
also
don't
because of
practice,
the
Yum Yum?
division.
So wait a minute. Does this mean that we get our beach episode?
Oh, I guess it's the beach episode. Fan service with Yum Yum.
I mean, if you want,
Later,
like,
get
are
on
you
bikini.
ready?
so if we just go
I
straight
think
into
you mean
introductions,
Gopala.
I can talk a little bit about what's been going on over the past week since I'm home. You know, I'm home for spring break. You see that with the change of backdrop. I am near my old high school, and that high school has a 5-octave marimba. And I really like playing the 5-octave marimba and practicing it. However,
You've been banned because you keep adulterating with little children.
No, there's pretty much no other place where I can play on the 5-octave marimba. So I'm trying to get as much of that in as possible, just like after
Are there
school.
other
And what are you
octaves?
trying to get in? Just to clarify again.
What?
He's trying to get it in as much as possible at the high school.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Is there a 4-octave marimba, or is it?
There are 4-octave
Strictly a-
marimbas at UVM, and there is a 5-octave marimba at UVM, which is where I go to college. But that is a personal, like the percussion lead's personal marimba that he keeps in his office.
I have to figure
And
out
as
what
a
a marimba
non-music
is.
major, it's a lot harder to access that stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely.
like
a lot
even
harder
as a
to-
music major, the organ in the organ recital room was virtually off limits.
Right. Yeah.
To
Oh, now I know what we're talking about.
See, as
It's
a
like an
worship
upside down
major
organ.
See, as a worship major for me, it was
Kinda,
awesome.
yeah.
I could just go backstage all the time at Liberty. Like while they're playing on stage, I just walk back there and be like, I'm a worship major. I'm not actually a worship major. I was a biblical studies major, but they didn't know the difference. There's not a card for us.
Yeah. So
He wouldn't lie. He's at biblical college.
Exactly.
pretty much all day today I was there practicing one of the pieces that I used to play, and I wanted to get a recording of it done today. I didn't quite get it. I just didn't have a run through where I felt really good about what I played. So I'm going back tomorrow, and hopefully I can get it done there. Nothing lost though. Like not getting it done today is just like, oh well, I'm that much closer to getting it done tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow I'll get one that's better than what I would have gotten today. So hey, something else as well. I may have said at some point that someone in the Warframe PvP, the Conclave community, made buttons, and they sent them to me. So
Oh, hey, came in. Yeah.
yeah, here's my logo on buttons. The white one is really hard to see, but I have these two, which are magnets, and then these two are clips, and then there. He also
What
sent a
about the
fifth one,
opacity? Why
which-
aren't?
He sent a fifth one, which is Gabe Newell with the Steam symbols,
Oh my fucking god.
but it's like the Warframe logo
yeah.
with Gabe Newell on it. So I think that was interesting. But he
That-
basically sent that as well. I didn't know that was on his way.
the word you're looking for.
Awesome. Badass.
Closer.
Gabe. Gaben.
Gably.
What we're looking for is
Gabenly. It's like heavenly, except Gabe.
And then
and then there was Gabe.
so yeah, that's cool too. And then I also a lot of updates from me this week. I sent in my application for SGDQ, so we'll see if they
Yeah.
run and I can show up.
Dude, that'd be so cool to see you on SGDQ.
That would be awesome. I would love to go. Like I've heard so many
Is
good
it
things about
SGDQ or
the
AGDQ?
events. SGDQ. SGDQ's in
Ah,
the summer.
That's lame. It's too far away. AGDQ
Summer
is like in
game.
my back door.
Yeah. SGDQ this year is Minnesota, which is a little far, but I think
So cold.
I live in Vermont. It's almost Canada, so
So is Minnesota.
yep. But yeah, that'll be exciting. Applications close, I think, sometime this week, and the decisions. Okay, they end the 13th, and game selections will be completed by April 3rd, so I will know by then.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a month away. There's a chance I'll know sooner, but that's when everything is completely 100% finalized, basically. But yeah, I think that's it for updates with what I've been doing. The rest of you guys, go for it. Caboose, you're up.
Hi, I'm Kaboosh. I'm eating a sandwich. It's very yummy.
It's good.
Let's see. Updates this week. Been playing way too much Division. Got a new monitor that's beautiful and amazing and sexy, and it makes me happy. And that's about it.
Ew. Okay. Well, my turn. Let's see. Well, Still playing Rainbow Six. Not bored of it yet. Although it's getting difficult because usually my playtime is super early morning, and by that I mean midnight to like 7 in the morning my time, and
And
U.S.
only
West.
hyper nerds play then, so you have to
No, no,
fight
no.
really
See,
good
it's
players.
worse than that. They don't have an Asian server,
Oh,
so that is like prime time for all. Let's just say all my opponents have 200 to 300 ping. There's a helicopter outside. Well, I guess that's my update.
They've come for you.
Yeah, if you see me have to leave in a few minutes, you know why.
This is how they give you the final interview. You're abducted.
Well, nobody drives in Canada, right? So they have to bring a helicopter, or it would take way too long by dog sled to transport you to the prison. Oh, okay.
Lord,
Now I
I
can
did
talk
raw
again.
backstory.
Anyway, so lots of games and stuff. Anyway, so I finally found some other people to play with. So it's been getting better. But the problem is that okay, when you solo queue, right? You get put with people you can carry. So your kill to death ratio just climbs up there, right? Makes you feel good about yourself. When you play with other people that are good, you don't get as many kills because everyone's contributing. So
Yeah, it's
my
much more
kill to death
reasonable.
ratio has been going down. I used to be at like 1.9, now I'm like 1.8, and it's making me feel bad. It's horrible.
If you
At
want, you
that
can
point
play
one.
with me, and it'll skyrocket. I don't get any kills.
Dude,
Oh,
don't
wonderful.
even worry. Don't even worry about it. Oh man, I remember like the Planet Side 2 players that just got all about their KD, and it's just like, why?
Because it's fun.
No.
It's great. Like the game's fun. You can do a lot of stuff to contribute to the team's victory without actually killing someone.
Yeah.
It's just depressing to see a stat that you had decay. That's the depressing part.
I know
Anyway,
that feeling.
that's pretty much it for me. So, maybe I have some people to play with now. So that's cool.
I think in terms of KD, in Warframe, the Warframe's PvP, they recently did this thing where newer players don't get matched up against more experienced players, which is good. That's awesome. I always feel bad when I'm just like a one-on-one against a new player. But that means that there are less games that I can just completely roll over. So we're at one point, I think it was like at a 3 KD or something. That's been steadily dropping.
Oh, the coolest bug ever. Someone filled me in on this. I don't know if I shared this with you guys before, but there's a Copper 1 bug, the lowest rating in the game. Now what's happening is
Copper.
people who get to Copper 1 can't get out. Like there's a bug. Nobody can get out of Copper 1. So
I
what
don't think
happens
that's a bug.
is that Copper 1 people will every so often randomly beat someone else, and they'll demote someone else to Copper 1. Right? So Copper 1 is creeping higher on the percentage scale, dragging more and more people down. Who knows? Maybe Copper 1's going to get to the gold territory. It's just going to be wonderful. I hope this bug is never fixed. It's magic.
So basically, these are the true gatekeepers.
Yeah. It's like they're slowly absorbing everyone. Everyone's becoming copper. So it's
That's
magical.
amazing.
It's like Voltron.
Yeah, so good. But that's all for me this week.
All right, moving on to 4.
Copper is actually the gray goo. All right, everything is in for my book. Now I'm just waiting for everything to get processed. You can technically buy my book now. Buy my book. Buy my book. But if anyone's ever seen The Critic. Yeah, like I'm really excited. Like the cover artist did a phenomenal job. I'm really, really proud of the writing, and yeah, now I've ordered a bunch of copies so that I can go into a local bookstore, and they're talking about doing a local author feature for me to help get my book out there. That's really exciting. Yeah, like that's just kind of been consuming my life. I actually almost sort of quit gaming for the most part while I was writing it, and now coming back to gaming is really weird. But yeah, like I don't know what else to say. I'm just like super excited that this is finally out there and people can buy copies. It's $10.99 for a paperback, and the ebook is going to be $3.99, but the ebook is going to be free if you buy a paperback.
Ah.
Yeah,
I like
I
that
decided
idea.
to set that up because I figure why not?
Because they have the book
Because
already.
why not give you a free virtual copy?
Yeah,
That way
exactly.
you can buy the
It's-
book and read.
Give
the
it to
entire thing
someone
before it gets
else.
shipped to you.
Well,
No,
it's
buy the
well,
book, give the book to
I'm-
someone else, and keep the e-reader copy.
I don't actually make that much more on paperback copies, but I do like the idea of having, someone has the book, they can loan it out to their friends. Like it helps a lot.
Author recognition. Good idea.
Anyway, so yeah, like that's what I'm doing, and now it's just about marketing. I got to market it well, and I'm getting started on that. All right, that's it.
Filibuster Fox, what did you prepare for this week's intro?
Well, this week I've realized that we're still in the general channel, so people could be hopping in while we're streaming. So we should probably
That's a
switch
great
to
idea.
the Limitless channel.
Sorry. My bad. Love you guys.
No worries.
I'll miss you, Prathix.
Oh, love you
Cool.
guys.
Love you.
Later.
Oh, and it does. I love that you
that's
say that as someone joins channel too.
Let's
And
get-
he's,
that's
he's
all I
probably
have
got
prepared.
notifications on. I mean, that was pretty good, but are you sure there's nothing else?
Well,
Just talk about the
depressing
Division.
news.
Like,
I've been playing the Division.
yeah, see? Caboose and I didn't mention the Division, so
Excellent,
you could
excellent.
mention the Division.
Caboose mentioned the Division,
Oh, it
so
was-
I can't.
it was-
It's already
it was
taken.
very,
I can't.
it was like
no, I haven't been playing the
fast
Division.
mention, though.
I bought a game that appeared on Steam, something about
Oh,
Panzer
my
Maidens, and it's a virtual novel about dating tanks. It turned out to be really buggy and bad, but it had some really hilarious lines, so I'm kind of tossed on it. I didn't finish it, so
I'm
eventually I
so
will.
confused. Okay, wait. So you're dating tanks.
Yeah, so
And it's
you're
a
sent to a
visual
tank school, but it's like a regular high school, but all the girls there are tanks. Like you've got the Sherman and stuff like that, but they look like girls, but they're tanks.
I've heard of this.
The war jokes are pretty funny for the most part. I liked the Panzer IV's dialogue the most because it's just hilarious. But
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever
the
really
game
understand
itself
this
isn't that
thing.
good.
You're gonna have to read off some of the quotes too,
Okay,
because I
now
remember
here's
you
my
telling
other
me
thing.
about
You
some of
said
them last night, and they were
you
great.
said visual novel, right? So that's like the story frame, and it
Yeah, where
kind
you
of
occasionally sometimes make
non-animated.
decisions.
So yeah, you can sometimes make decisions, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But you said it was buggy.
Yeah.
How do you have
so
a buggy visual novel game?
I was on a date with a Tiger One, and
Oh,
we were at a coffee
Tiger
shop.
One.
So I had an option to say one thing or the other. Nah, I can't remember the decisions, but I picked one of those decisions, and then the background changed to outside
bedroom?
the coffee shop, and then it went back to when I was first inviting the Tiger One on the date. Went through that and the whole date again, and I got to that option again, so I chose the other one instead this time. And then the screen went black after that, and all of the backgrounds failed to exist anymore. There was never
What?
again a background. So I loaded a much older
So
save and was like, you know what, fuck the Tiger, I'm
Girl
going
is
to the
very
Panzer IV.
difficult to get. I guess you.
Apparently, it hasn't been fully debugged. They didn't try all of the options because it's broken. There are.
Well, why would you want to
is
try
there a
all
way
the
to make
options?
it full screen? You can't adjust the screen size at all. It is literally the one window size that it starts with. You can't change it. There's no adjusting text speed or volume levels. All sorts of things that you would expect from an actual game don't exist. However, the sense of humor is good. That's what I can say nice about it.
Yeah,
But
if you
otherwise,
read
it's a
the
total
text
piece of shit
outside
game.
of the game, just like in all the options in the trees, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
if I could
if it
play
was
this
just a
game
book,
other
it
than
would be
reading it like
super
a
fun.
script.
Yeah, I mean, the art is okay. The humor is not always at the best, although there's some particularly hilarious moments. All in all, I can't recommend it, but it's got some really fucking funny lines. And
It's like
the
amphibious
concept is
attachments.
amusing. Amphibious attachments instead of swimsuits, armored skirts.
Oh my god.
Why did they elect the light tractor student council president? Stuff like that. And the Tiger One is like this clumsy girl whose transmission keeps going out. But that's why I tried dating the Tiger first. But the line was Bucky says like, "Fuck it." The Panzer's funnier because she does a lot of the post-war German humor where they deny the war and accidentally slip into stuff.
Oh, so it's
hilarious.
probably not able to be sold in Germany, right?
Definitely not sellable in Germany with the default conversations, but and the Germans probably don't want it. It's awful. But I
Hey,
didn't
nobody
finish it,
wants
and
it.
I'm really good about playing visual novels in one sitting. So that's
Well, you
not
have
a
to
good
play
sign.
all of the options too, right? That's how it works.
Well, I usually play through once and then go back and play the options, maybe if I feel like it, if the book's good enough. But the book, if the story is good enough, I should have said. This, however, I did not finish the first playthrough of yet, so not a $10 game. $1 maybe, $2 maybe, but
That
so
was
that's
a good.
Filibuster Fox reviews, Panzer models, Meowdles, whatever the umlaut is with an A. I don't actually know. I know it on an O because that would be my last name, but the A umlaut, I don't know how you say that.
I want to congratulate you,
I
Filibuster.
think
This
it's
has
just,
been
it's
your
usually
longest
just a
introduction
long A
ever.
sound.
Yeah.
Model.
I am so
well, it's
proud
like
of
a
you.
YouTube video from me where I talk about a game and what I think about it, except I'm not actually doing a video. I'm just talking. I go by Filibuster Fox generally because I'm very good at talking for long periods of time, especially without breaks, and still maintaining a semblance of entertainment to the conversation. So, I
get
filibuster my when I do them. And it, also makes it my favorite number because the abbreviation for Filibuster Fox is FF, which is my favorite number, 255.
Friendly fire.
Also that. But I prefer it for the hexadecimal joke because a lot of people won't get that anymore because we barely use hexadecimal in even programming at this point. But it's kind of amusing, and you can see why things are, multiples of 255 because that's how hexadecimal kind of worked out into its 2-bit blocks. But I'm still rambling on a bit, continuing to filibuster in the
impressive.
explanation of filibustering Fox. So
In the
I
interest of
believe this
extending
should
this
soon
session.
this should soon conclude my introduction, which really doesn't have anything about me in it. But, well, I guess that last bit was, but it's not really an update, more of an explanation as to why I chose the name I went with, besides being kind of fun. And sometimes I use an alternate name if I need to make a Smurf or something as parliamentary procedure, because I keep kind of governmental alliteration going. Although it's a little long for most games to put that in as the name. So I usually just go with Filibuster Fox. Although that's sometimes too long, so sometimes I cut out the E, so it's just Filibuster Fox. Which is really the same pronunciation with more emphasis on the R,
You can
so it's just
stop
a missing
this.
vowel.
Stop this.
Keep it going. I enjoy pain.
I believe that
as
you
long
can
as
just
I keep
go
talking,
for the
no one
next
can
2
vote.
hours, and we'll be fine there.
I could
Actually,
do
you
it.
don't
2-hour
even-
Phil.
You don't even have to talk anymore. Like, to be fair, now all you have to do to filibuster is just walk up on stage, I'm filibustering, and sit there.
That is
People
the
read
stupidest thing
dictionaries.
that's happened to Pox. Now, people didn't like filibustering to begin with, but it served an important purpose. But it did require that the person keep talking. So at some point, they are going to collapse and the vote will happen if they don't convince people of their side of view. But as it is now, they can just say, I'm filibustering. Let's call it a day and go have some snacks, guys. We get paid way too much to do virtually nothing in this government
I love
anyways. We may as well
snacks.
make it even easier. Hey, speaking of snacks, I get this Japanese snack box every week. And it is delicious.
Every
I'm done.
week
Okay.
Every month.
or every month?
Yeah, it
I
only
need to
comes
go out-
month to month, but
Speaking of,
they say it's going to arrive towards the end of the month, but it generally gets in towards the beginning. I'm done.
Or
That
maybe it's
actually-
just
I mean,
so
you also
late.
said that like 3 times previously, so
I need.
Well, you keep getting me going again because you keep talking about how I keep going on and cause it like you
Fourth
say it
oracle,
3
what
more
is it
times. Then
that
I
you
have
were
to
going to
reply
say?
to that, and I keep going.
I was gonna say I remembered I need to go celebrate the launch of my book by getting some lunch of my book, which is to say I need to get sushi.
Right.
I like sushi.
Meanwhile, we're
I
gone.
started out with
Don't let him start. Don't let
Just
him
cut him
start.
off.
all right. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some just a little bit of food. Someone
Well, I guess I
recap...
should fill the
No,
gaps.
someone recap last session. Let's focus this in, and then we can segue right off into where the session starts.
I don't want to. It's not my job.
Do it, Caboose. Do it. Do it.
I would, but I can't remember
you
what
know what?
happened
No,
last
no, no,
session.
no, no. No, Taym. You should give the events of last session from Iosif's perspective.
From Iosif's perspective, dude, I got. No, that's not a good idea. Iosif missed a lot.
Yeah, so
Let's see
they're
here.
just big gaps.
Big gaps of stuff Iosif didn't see, and then he gets stoned out drunk. So he misses going. Okay.
You did lose money on a bet.
Did I? Oh, yeah, I lost
Yes.
$5.
Yeah.
What did I
Space
even
bar.
lose $5 on? I
You
know
bet
I
that would
lost it.
crash in the race.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah, you bet Johann.
Okay.
Do you has what it takes?
You bet,
So
you bet
Kamikaze
Johann post
had-
roll as well.
No, guys. We got to do this. We're doing the recap, right? So we're just jumping all over the place. So order of operations, according to Iosif. Oh, that would be horrible. Oh, no, I'm not going to do the accent because that's way too much effort right now. Yum Yum and Iosif, or Yum Yum had to go and visit someone to get a job opportunity. So Yum Yum left with Iosif, who randomly went along with, I can't even remember why, and nobody else knew. Yum Yum did a really good qualifying time, but the ship was broken, which sucked. Then after that, we went drinking somewhere, didn't we? Anyone?
Yeah, we met up with the other pilot, and
Yes.
I mean, you went back
And
as an
Gunther.
additional session for that first thing, but yeah, Gunther and the pilot to go to
Yeah.
the bar.
And then
Where
that's
the
when
Russians
I got
passed
drunk.
out first.
With me and Gunther got absolutely smashed. Who won the drinking contest? Was that Caboose? It was Caboose, wasn't it?
No, it was
Someone didn't drink, I know that much.
the
Well,
pilot.
Paula
Clemmy
didn't.
drink.
Yeah.
The pilot won because we got down to the last stage and he didn't get passed out and I did pass out.
Okay. So that happened. And then because Iosif was too drunk, he didn't go to the next thing with Yum Yum, to the pilot school thing. That's pretty much all Iosif remembers, because the rest of the time he was stone drunk and he lost some money because Yum Yum didn't crash. Ended up winning, didn't you?
There's an important thing at the end of the session that Iosif knows about that made Iosif very angry as well.
Oh, right. Johann is a psionic.
No, right.
Yeah, the big reveal.
Dum dum dum.
Wow, if I would have remembered that, that would have made like preparing for this session so much easier for me, because I would have thought about what I was going to do to Johann.
Oh no, the Roomba will strike.
The Roomba just like recognizes Johann, and it's got like a little taser on it.
It's
Anyway.
not actually enough volts to actually do anything. It's
Just
like,
slightly
it's like the
uncomfortable.
equivalent- It's like the equivalent of when Peter like slides across the carpet and then just electrocutes people and runs away.
No,
Pretty
this
much
is
what it
even
does.
better. Here it is. When it goes to shock you, it just like perfectly drains its battery. So since it's a Roomba, it's not actually that much. But if it's recharging, it can take the ship's power and just shock you. It'll be great. So I'll like have a big extension cord following it around. It's gonna be good. Best of Russian technology.
Alright, so first off, we're going to have Iosif roll tech post-tech.
Uh-oh.
What?
Sorry, I'm just getting the sheet up.
Here, I can look at it.
You're good.
Post-tech is
How much
1,
sheet up
intelligence is 0, so 2d6 plus 1. Okay, so...
Dude, I just made something magical happen in my dreams.
So yeah, by the time you get back on the ship, there are like, the Roomba has logs of what happened while you were gone, and for whatever reason, the sensors were really good when you first implemented them, so they actually detected someone who was outside the ship who was very close to the hull and basically kind of like messing with the hull a little bit.
Were they repainting it?
I mean, you guys don't notice the ship having any new paint, so
Well, at least they didn't paint over Yum Yum's face.
wait, did that?
Well,
actually
do I
happen?
know the
I forgot
Cat
now.
faces.
cat
Oh, yeah.
faces all over the place?
I thought that was in the interior though.
No, that was
Also, I
exterior.
think it
It's
is on
both.
the
On the
exterior,
exterior
too.
Okay.
too. It's on both.
Anyway, do I have a general area of where this happened?
Yeah, you do. It's like
I wish to go to
probably next
investigate
to one
that.
of the landing gear. All right. Are you just checking it out? Okay, so roll perception, which is -1.
I might want to re-roll that.
Okay.
There you go. Now you see something.
Easy.
Maybe.
All right. So next to part of the landing gear, you notice that there's just like this little thing that looks sort of like a bolt that you don't really recognize before since you were underneath the ship like 4 times previously. Just like,
Can the only reason I noticed this is because it's not a metric screw size? It's an
Sure,
imperial
yeah.
screw size?
go for it.
Yes. I'm just gonna like immediately go onto the ship and start cursing. He's like, I have no tools for this. This is wrong. This is horrible.
What do you need, Iosif?
Who attaches things to my ship with imperial screw? It is abomination. It is plus. You know, it's like you being on ship. It's not right. And I just like storm off.
He seems to be taking this very well.
Jesus, tap dancing mega Christ.
Yeah. So now I'm looking for something to like that I could find to take it off in my equipment shed, and then I'll go back out there, and like I'll be like, I'll begrudgingly, I'll actually tell someone else about it. I'll tell Gopala. I'm like, landing gear. There is someone put something on landing gear. It seems to be a remnant of the imperial system. Those are trying to profane our machinery. And that's pretty
Okay.
much it. That's all the
That's it.
description you get.
Gopala just has no idea whether or not to take this seriously.
Yep.
Go-
that's,
yeah,
that's all I'm
like-
doing.
No, that what I just did, that was Gopala's response.
Okay.
Okay, good. So I have your blessing to maybe take off Imperial Bomb.
Rewind what?
Well, in my line of work, when you attach thing to ship, it could be only a few things. One, it is bomb. So you take off, you get far enough away, and it go, and then you have engine trouble and you have to land. Or it could be a tracking device. Maybe someone wants to know where we go. I would have to inspect further to know what it is.
Let me make a quick call. So I'm gonna go like into my quarters and I'm gonna pull out my compad and give a call to I'm gonna call just to see if I still do have the contact info for this guy. Like if he's still for the Shiojiri, I mean.
Your contact? Okay, yeah. So you dial in the number, and there's no response.
Okay.
It just rings out.
They may not be keeping their end of the bargain. Well, that's not good. So I'm going to go back out, find Iosif, and say, all right, show this to me.
Oh, excellent. I was just about to head off. I think I have a solution. I will use another bolt to attach it around. Like I'm doing this, and it's just like a screw, and that has a bolt across the other side, and you like tighten it so it gets it, and then you just use a wrench to screw it around. I'm like, this is how we do it. And then I like go outside triumphantly. I'm just like,
Guess if
This
I
is
had
it
a
right
better
here.
tool, you could have just used that
Like, Iosif's ignoring Johann. You don't exist right now. Before he forgot, but now he remembers. So anyway, he goes to the landing gear and he points it out, and it's, I guess, just like a little compartment that sort of looks like it belongs, but the screw doesn't really fit the rest of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like, this is it. This is the thing. And then I start to explain how everything on the ship is mostly fastened using a metric of this size, and start mundering off. I'm like, the only exceptions are the engine room, which use varying sizes because you need different strengths tensile to keep it together. But the exterior of the ship all uses the same side because it needs to just, like, completely mumble jumble to Gopala. Just gets like...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just, like, eyes glazed over. You're like, okay, wrong
Yeah,
size
it's just
screw.
like-
Gotcha.
Yep. It's like, okay.
Okay.
It's like, go. So I'll say, go ahead. Just see if you can keep it intact.
Okay. So, Azaraki, I want to remove it.
Yep. Roll post tech.
Sure he doesn't need to roll pre-tech for the Imperial system?
Okay. So for an 11,
Yeah.
you can take it out, and you recognize what it is. So you unscrew this little thing that isn't necessarily supposed to be there. Where it was, like where it was screwed in, there's not going to be any like hull damage, or it's not going to worry anything. Basically, it's just something that was completely unneeded. Not completely unneeded, but like someone putting something here wouldn't really fuck with any of the rest of the ship or the landing gear. And then when you take it out, the very end of it is has green like beeping, green light that's just flashing on and off.
Oh, it's just a laser
it-
beam.
It's a tracking device.
I want to look around for another ship that's close by.
Preferably one that uses the Imperial system.
Oh, no, nobody would really care to look that much. I just want to put it on another ship. I don't... Like, I probably won't even tell Fourth Oracle what it is. I'm just gonna, like, pick it up, look at it, nod to myself, and then go look for another ship. Just, like, wander off with it.
So Gopala's just like, wait, Iosif,
Yes?
come back here.
He, like, waddles back. It's like,
What is it?
yes. Well, it is, He kind of, like, pouts, like, it's a tracking device.
Tracking device.
Yes, someone would like to know our comings and goings.
Well, I assume so. What's the range on it? Do you know? How much do you know about this?
Well, it could be very easy. It does not need to constantly transmit data, only if you pass certain things. Like, maybe it sends mail through exchange systems. So anytime we go to an exchange buoy, it uploads message information, tells everywhere we've been.
That's the general idea. Like when you make contact with the system, the thing pings some sort of like electrical, or it pings some sort of like network in the system that you go to.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, oh, this is here. Let me send a message to whoever was tracking me, and then it does that. So yeah, that's basically what it does.
Does
Then
it work on short term as well? Like short distances, or is it only like system based?
It's system based.
Okay.
It's pretty much someone wants to keep an eye on us.
Yeah, problem is there are two people who could be doing it.
At this
Or it
point,
could be Iosif's people. Iosif has a lot of friends.
At this point,
Sure they
Tommy,
fucking know where you are.
Kami hops off the ship, kind of skipping along with a big bag slung over her shoulder with her woven armor in it. And she just leaves.
Have a good day, Yum Yum.
Bye-bye!
I whisper to Gopala, maybe we need tracking color for that one. Maybe she like color because she like cat.
You know, that's
Just
not a
like-
terrible idea.
I will get to work on this right away.
First, though, if you plan on using this particular device, maybe we should find some of your friends and see if they know who would use this kind of tracker.
Do I know if this is like a common type thing, Azaraki, or is it like specialized in any way? Like not market grade. It's like something that someone made special.
It's not specialized. I wouldn't necessarily say it's common, but like if someone were to use an intersystem tracking device, this is probably the kind of thing they'd use. So yeah, it's not specialized.
Okay. I'll just be like, it is common. You can go to Star Shack and pick up any, or Space Shack, sorry. Pick up any device you want there. It good for cheating husbands and delivery people making stops at the wrong system. Iosif one time had one of these on his ship, and that did not go well. And he just starts going off into a story about how he had to explain to some crime boss that his stuff was stolen, and then found out that the boss knew he went to the wrong planet and dropped off all his supplies. It was very bad time for Iosif. But Iosif, being ever so popular, talked his way out of it.
So like, so as he's kind of rambling, like Gopala looks to be in a little bit higher spirits, and he says, "Here, let me see it."
Iosif kind of like looks untrusting. He's like, "How do you feel about psionics? Are you you okay? Are you with the mind and stuff too? I don't
Do I
want you
overhear
to
this at all?
sully this sacred technology."
They're outside the ship, so unless you have some way of, or unless you went outside as well, I'd probably not.
Okay.
Well, like so Gopala just says, with some unknown entity trying to track us, I just want all the help we can get.
Okay, I trust you, but if you become psionic in the future, I may not be as forgiving. And he passes over the device.
All right, so Gopala takes it in his hand. You'll be the first to know.
Wonderful. I will be waiting and polishing gun in anticipation.
I really wish I had the ability to read minds, just so like as Iosif is saying that, I'm like, I'm not affecting him, Iosif, and he's just like, what the hell?
How fun
like
would that
directly
be?
into your mind as well.
So
Yeah, way to make Iosif trust you more.
So I'm going to take the device, and I'm actually going to take it up to the bridge and place it down, but I'm not going to deactivate it.
Oh, as Iosif is like walking away because you went to the bridge, right? He
Yeah.
just like sends you a message on the compad, and he's like, "You might want to get serial number. Maybe you can find where it's sold from. Iosif's friends can maybe find a location of sale. Maybe if we talk with the business, we could find out who it was sold to."
Like, Gopala texts back K. Like, just K. And, but he will, like, take note of the serial number. He'll write it down on his compad.
Okay.
So is there any way to, like, cross-index it without, taking it to someone specific?
What do you mean?
Or would that be a
Try to
computer's
register
role?
it for extended warranty.
That would be the best. We have
So
record
good.
that you bought this product at.
It's like, I'm sorry, this one belongs to so and so. It's like, oh, why was it on my ship? Oh. It'd be so much fun.
All right, so can I just use a local computer to check it?
No, you probably can't. You'd probably have to like roll computer.
Okay, well, can I roll computer?
Yeah, yeah. I thought
Alright,
you meant
cool.
just like do it.
Oh, no.
Google search the product number, it'll be fine.
I'll use incognito mode.
Incognito mode on Kroggle.
Krog.
On Krog's list.
No, it's not
Krog-
Krog's. That's their job. This is
Kroggle's now
Kroggle.
the Kroggle
No,
is the
there
Google
was
as
there
well.
was a like space Google thing that we came up with.
What's the space dark web?
Spoogle. Moogle.
It probably was Spoogle.
Moogle.
What's
All right.
that one
So
called?
9.
9. Yeah. So you can tell that it was sold here on station, and you get a like you can tell what store it's from as well, and then I'm not gonna bother like telling you where it's from or what specific like you know where it is. I don't want to make up a floor number and a store name.
Yeah, that's fine.
and,
That's
like,
fine. Go on.
Then
I
we
don't
get
know.
lost again.
It's definitely 392.
It's the 14th store of the Space Shack.
I'm
Random
Commander
electronics
Yum Yum,
equipment.
and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
The store is actually like 5th and Main or something like that, just random street name or corner
It's actually
name.
outside. You have to do a spacewalk for it.
But yeah.
Anyway.
So you get the
You have to do a moonwalk the whole way there to make it, though.
Yeah, going backwards and holding your breath.
Okay, so where is it?
It's on the station.
yeah, it's on the station. Just like
Okay.
pick a floor, it's probably there. I don't want to
Okay. No,
write
I'm
stuff
at
down
the
and
reason
make
I
stuff up.
ask. The reason I ask is So all right, so that actually does give me an important piece of information. This hasn't been on the ship for terribly long. So where is
Iosif.
whose territory is the shop in?
Fourth.
It's just
or sorry,
it's
Gopala.
thoroughfare.
Oh,
The-
okay, gotcha.
I guess I should also forward you the information I had. It's like, here's how I find out about it, and it has like images attached from my Roomba. So it's like it's only been on there for a day.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, in that case, So yeah, I'm going to keep it activated and keep it on the bridge for now. But I doubt going to the store itself is going to be much help. Well, Thinking about the best way to go about this. Of course, we need our pilot for it, so we gotta wait for our pilot to do whatever she's doing.
And the pilot comes back with a little push cart with a big box on it. Just rolls it into the ship without a word and takes it over to her quarters.
Hey,
What's in
wait,
the box?
What's in the box? My new armor.
Oh,
Wanna see?
really? So I'm gonna walk over, and just like peer down.
So she goes back, opens up the box, and there's hot pink powered armor in there with cat ears on the helmet.
So like Gopala looks in. Okay. Turns back around.
does he get a negative stealth check for the pink?
I mean, you get a negative stealth after the powered armor either way.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think anyone's hiding in power armor.
Wait, is it pink or is it lightish red?
It's pink. Just bright pink.
Like neon or
hot pink.
I don't know of any cats that are pink.
Well, you do now.
I think at this point
Now I
when
get one
Iosif
shot
sees you,
randomly.
when Iosif sees you, it's definitely he's sitting in, I guess, the part of the ship where you can prepare food.
The
So
funny
the mess. And he's sitting there with alcohol and he just sees the box with pink power armor go by and he just kind of looks and he's kind of impressed and disappointed all at the same time. He's like, and then